Hi kids, welcome back to your English lesson. I hope you're doing great. Today is Thursday, May 7th of the year 2020. And we are going to work with the section of STEAM. Are you ready? Let's start. We are going to start with the question, who do you look like? We are going to talk about family. Your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa, brother, or sister. Who do you look like? Open your book on page 141. Over there, we are going to discuss who do you look like on your eyes, hair color, mouth, nose. Let's check. Our first activity is for you to draw 3 pictures. Look at the table. A picture of yourself, a picture of your father, and a picture of your mother. Okay? Let's look at my examples. So, this is me. Next, my mother and my father. Remember the question, who do you look like? We are going to compare how do we look like to our father or mother. When we find the similarities, we are going to circle. For example, I think I look more like my mother. I have her eyes and her mouth. Now that we discussed the question, who do you look like? Let's continue. Turn the page to 142. Over there, we are going to work with our section of vocabulary. We are going to listen and repeat with your best pronunciation. Are you ready?
Vocabulary. Listen to the words and repeat with your best pronunciation. Egg, egg.
Egg.
Larva,
Larva.
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 Pupa,
Pupa.
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 Butterfly,
Butterfly.
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 Cub,
Cub.
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 Body shape,
Body shape.
body shape.
Body shape. We are going to listen one more time. Repeat and listen to the sentences, okay?
Vocabulary. Listen to the words and sentences. Then, listen and repeat with your best pronunciation. Egg. A butterfly comes from an egg. Larva. The larva is eating a big green leaf. Pupa. The pupa is hanging from a branch. Butterfly. The butterfly has orange wings. Cub. A cub is a baby bear. Body shape. The puppy and his mom have a similar body shape.
Now that we saw the vocabulary, let's continue. We are going to work with the match game. Turn your page to 143. What we have to do here is to look at the picture of the offspring, that means the baby animal, and draw the parent next to it. So Pay attention to the characteristics of the offspring and try to recreate its parent. What I did here is to place some pictures. Let's look at the examples. That is a kitten, and a cat should look like this. This is a baby bear or a cub. The parent should look like this. Then we have a duckling, and the dog should look like this. All right? Make sure you create your drawings big and colorful, okay? You can use colors or markers, all right? Now, we are going to discuss what is similar and different. Let's look at the examples. Over here, we have two similar cell phones. Both are the same brand, the same size, but they have some differences. The camera, the color, so they are similar, not the same. They are similar. Now, let's look at what different means. Different means that they don't have anything in common. Over there, we have a tomato and an apple. They are very different. The tomato is soft. The apple is hard. Okay, so let's go back to the animals and look at the differences and their similarities. They have similar color, but the size is different. The kitten is small and the cat is big. Now, what about the bear? The paws are similar, they are sharp. And the difference is the size. The cub is small and the bear is big. Now, what about the dog and its offspring? The pig is very similar and the color is different. The offspring is yellow and the dog is white. Now, at the bottom of page 144, you have an activity to answer. You have to circle the things that are similar about the offspring and its parent. Okay, make sure you use your pencil or a color. Now, it's time for a break. Stretch, open and close your hands, move your fingers, and shake. Okay. Now that we are ready, let's continue. Let's turn our book to page 45. Over here, we are going to learn about the life cycle of a butterfly. We are going to listen, so make sure you follow the reading with your finger.
The life cycle of a butterfly. Read and listen to the following text. Animals have life cycles. Every animal has its own life cycle. A bird's life cycle is very different from a butterfly's. Read about the life cycle of a butterfly.
Ready?
Step 1. Egg. A butterfly starts its life as an egg. The mother lays her eggs on a leaf. The eggs are soft and small. They do not move. They do not eat. Step 2. Larva. The larva hatches from the egg. It is like a baby butterfly. It can also be called a caterpillar. They can move. They eat leaves. They can be many different colors. Step 3. Pupa. The larva turns into a pupa. It sticks to a branch. It is hard. It does not move. It does not eat. It is changing inside. Step 4. Butterfly. The pupa turns into a butterfly. It is an adult. It is bright and colorful. It can fly. It can eat. It can make eggs.
Why is it called a cycle? Well, that's because once the butterfly gets big, it starts all over again. Lay the eggs, becomes a larva, then it makes a pupa, and finally we get the butterfly. And once again, we have all this cycle, all right? Now, below we have an exercise. We have to number the stages or the steps of the butterfly's life cycle, okay? Do you remember which one is number 1, Kika? How does the butterfly start creating itself? As a larva, an egg, butterfly, or pupa? Let's find out. The first step is the egg. Make sure you write it down. Now, Diego, what is next? Once that we got the egg, does it turn into a butterfly or into a larva? Let's check. First the egg, then the larva. Now, which is the next step, Julio? Is it a butterfly or a pupa? Let's look. Pupa. And our last step is butterfly. So remember, the life cycle of a butterfly is egg, larva, pupa, and butterfly. And then it starts all over again. Let's turn the page to 146. Here we are going to read and listen to the following text. Make sure you follow the reading with your finger.
Animal parents and offspring. Read and listen to the following text. Animal offspring can look like their parents. They can also look different. It depends on their life cycle. A larva does not look like an adult butterfly. A cub looks like an adult bear. Read the table below. The adults and offspring have similar body shapes. See how else they are similar and different. Penguin. They both have wings and a beak. The baby is a different color. It has softer feathers. Rhinoceros. They are the same color. They both have 4 legs. The adult has a horn. The baby does not. The baby's skin is smoother. Dog. They have big ears. They have soft fur. The baby is much smaller. It can have different colors.
So, if you're paying attention, by now you already noticed that we are talking about similarities and differences. Remember, at the beginning of our lesson, we draw ourselves, our father and our mother, and we circle how are we similar to them. As well as us, the animals have also similarities and differences among them. The parent and its offspring sometimes are similar and they are also different. Now, let's answer the exercise below. Most parents and offsprings have similar body shapes. What do you think, Sophia? True or false? Let's check. It is true. Remember that they talk about the dog. They have similar fur, similar size of their ears. Now, the next one says, most parents and offsprings have similar sizes. What do you think, Omar? Is it true or false? Let's find out. False. Okay, they are different sizes. Now, the offspring can be different colors than their parents. What do you think, Natalia? Is it true or false? Let's check. It's true. They can be different colors. Remember the penguins? Okay. Now let's turn to page 147. We are going to read the words from the word bank and match to the correct picture. Let's start on step number 1. Can you remember what word is it? Sebastian? Step number 1, is it larva, pupa, butterfly, or egg? Step 1 is egg. Make sure you draw a line from the word to the picture. Can you remember which is step 2, Jimena? Is it larva, pupa, or butterfly? Let's check. The larva, all right? Then we have step number 3. Can you remember which is it? Butterfly or pupa? Let's find out. The pupa. And our last step is butterfly. So make sure you match the word to the picture. You can use different colors to do this. Now, our next activity is to compare the animals. Over here we have a cat and its offspring. Let's start with the similarities. What do you think they have in common, Abdel? The fur color, the body shape, that they have 2 ears, or the size? Let's find out. Similar, they have 2 ears. What else do you think they have in similar? Body shape. Then the differences. The fur color, and the last one is size. Very good. Now, let's turn our page to 148. Over here, we have the butterfly map. We have to read and answer the questions. So, let's look at the picture. Over there, we have butterflies, very colorful, some big and some small. Our question 1 says, how many butterflies are in the picture? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, how many butterflies are in the picture? 13 butterflies. Make sure you grab your pencil and write the answer. Question 2 asks, how many butterflies have white spots? White spots. So you have to look, open your eyes, pay attention, and let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. How many butterflies have white spots? The answer is 8. Make sure you write it down. And our last question. How many butterflies are red and white? Can you look at it? Search for the red and white butterfly. Did you find it? Let's look at the answer. 1. How many butterflies are red and white? 1 butterfly. Make sure you write your answer, okay? Now that you know how to do it, answer question number 2 by yourself, okay? You can do it. Now on page 149, we have this question. How many offspring? So what are we going to do? It says, many parents take care of their offspring. The offspring learn from their parents. Look at each picture to help you answer the questions. So over here we have our first picture. Those are ducks, the parent and the ducklings. How many ducklings, baby ducks, are in the picture? Let's count. 1, 2, and 3. The answer is 3. How many dumplings, baby ducks, are in the picture? 3. Now, how many more dumplings do you need to have a total of 5? Draw them below. We already have 3, and we need 5. How many more dumplings do we need? 1, 2. So over here we have an addition. 3 plus 2 makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So look at the picture. 2 more dumplings. Make sure you draw them, okay? Now look at question number 2 and do it yourself. I know you can do it. Once you finish answering it, please complete the self-assessment below. Once you finish all of those activities, guess what? You are done. Very good, kids. I hope you had a great time. See you next time. Bye.